Today we're talking about something many American farmers trust more than any ad. A good used tractor. No flash, no fuss. Just turn the key and it works. It pulls, it lifts. Parts are still easy to find, and the value is real. In this video, we're counting down from number 10 all the way to number 1. And with each tractor, the picks get tougher, smarter, and more impressive. So stay to the end, because one name on this list is always the one everyone's chasing. Number 10, the Allis-Chalmers D17. This is one of those tractors that gets overlooked, mostly because it doesn't wear the same star power badge as John Deere or International Harvester. But talk to the folks who actually ran one, and you'll hear a different story. A lot of D17s have been working steadily for 50 years or more, season after season, because they were built for real farm life, not showroom talk. The D17 fits the jobs that never go away: mowing pasture, pulling a wagon, or a small hay trailer, light tillage, grading a driveway, and feeding chores around the barn. It's the kind of tractor you use for everyday work, the work that keeps a farm moving when nobody's watching. One reason people still like buying a used D17 is simple. It's straightforward. The mechanical layout is easy to understand. And that matters if you're the kind of person who prefers to handle your own maintenance. Fewer complications, more common sense repairs. When something feels off, you can usually find it, fix it, and get back to work without turning it into a major project. And here's the thing. If you like the idea of a dependable, do-the-daily jobs tractor, but you want something with more widely available parts and a little more mainstream support, number 9 is going to feel like the practical farmer's choice. Number 9, the Massey Ferguson 265. On a lot of American farms, this Massey shines in the kind of work most places do every week. Light to medium tillage, pulling a harrow, running a mower, hauling feed, dragging a wagon, and cleaning up around the place. It's a true everyday mixed-duty tractor, big enough to matter, but not so big it becomes a headache in tight spots. What makes the 265 such a smart used buy is the balance. You get solid pulling power, but you still have good control and maneuverability. The tractor feels calm and steady, not jumpy. And for older operators, that matters. It's comfortable to live with. The steering and handling feel sure, like the machine isn't fighting you. It's the kind of tractor you can run for hours and step off without feeling worn out. Now, when you're shopping, pay attention to the basics that tell the real story. Does the transmission shift smoothly, or does it grind and resist? Under load, does the clutch hold firm, or does it start to slip when you ask for real pulling power? And watch the hydraulics. Lift something heavy and hold it. If the arms slowly drift down, that's a sign you may be buying more repairs than you planned. Best advice? Look for a tractor with a clear maintenance history. Prioritize an engine that idles evenly, without odd shaking or roughness at low RPM. A good MF 265 should sound steady, like it's ready for another season, not begging for one more. And if you like the Massey feel, but you want a model that's even more legendary, a little more compact, and remembered with real affection, number 8 is that tractor. Number 8, the Massey Ferguson 165. If the Massey 265 is the steady middleweight, the MF 165 is like a good hammer in the toolbox. It's the kind of tractor that earned a place on family farms, because it could handle the daily grind, without making a big deal about it. The 165 is at its best in the jobs that keep a farm running week after week. Weed control, spraying, pulling small implements, towing wagons and small trailers, cleaning up around the barn. And it's right at home in a medium-sized field, where you need control more than raw size. It's a do-a-little-bit-of-everything tractor, and it does those things with a calm, steady attitude. One of the biggest reasons it's such a smart used buy is the size. Not too big, not too small. It turns easy, fits in tight lanes, and works well around low barn doors and narrow gates. For a family farm, a hobby farm, or a place with mixed chores, that matters, because you don't want to wrestle a big tractor when the job is simple. The MF 165 keeps life practical. Now, when you're shopping, slow down. Look at the details that show how it was treated. A lot of used tractors were set up for one farmer's habits: uneven tire wear, mismatched tires, or a stance that just feels off. A good MF 165 should sit level and feel balanced when you drive it. And there's something else about this tractor that numbers don't capture. Ask older farmers about a 165, and many will smile and say, "That's what I learned to drive on." It's not just a machine, it's a memory. But if you want a tractor brand with real Midwest character and a toughness people respect, number 7 might surprise you. Number 7. The Oliver 1850. The Oliver 1850 has a certain character you don't forget, because an 1850 doesn't try to impress you with noise or shine. It wins you over with a steady kind of strength that feels honest. This is a great used tractor for the days you need real pull, but you don't want a huge machine. Think medium to heavy implements, tillage work, pulling a larger wagon, or handling bigger loads around the farm. The Oliver 1850 sits in that sweet spot where it can do serious work, yet still feels manageable. One of its best qualities is the way it feels on the ground. The frame is solid, and the tractor has a planted feel, steady, not skittish. For older operators, that's a big deal. You can take your time, work at a sensible pace, and the tractor feels like it's working with you, not against you. It's the kind of machine that suits farmers who value durability over drama. Now, when you're looking at an 1850, you want to listen and feel more than you stare. Pay attention to the driveline and the transmission sounds. A healthy tractor has a steady tone, not clunks, not grinding, and not strange whines that change under load. Check for shaft play where you can, and take a close look at the hydraulic system. Lift something that matters, and watch how it behaves. A tired system can look fine at idle, but show weakness when it's asked to work. But when Americans talk about the true, everyday utility tractor, the next 2 names are Ford, and number 6 is often the one that starts a lifetime of loyalty. Number 6. The Ford 4000. If you asked a lot of American farmers to name one tractor that feels like a true daily worker, the Ford 4000 would come up fast. It's simple, it's practical, and it has that reputation for being easy to live with. The Ford 4000 fits the jobs that show up over and over: mowing fields and roadsides, light loader work, pulling a small trailer or hay wagon, tending a medium-sized plot, and running chores around the barn, where you're on and off the seat all day. It's not always the biggest job, just the constant jobs. And that's exactly why this tractor matters. One thing people love is how easy it is to handle. The 4000 feels nimble, not clumsy. Visibility from the seat is good, and that makes a difference when you're lining up to a trailer, watching a mower edge, or working close to fences and buildings. For older operators, comfort and control aren't extra features. They're what keeps you working safely and steadily, hour after hour. Now, when you're looking at a used Ford 4000, pay attention to the places that tell the truth. Here's a buying tip that never gets old. A good used tractor should start clean. It should fire up without a long fight. And after it warms up, it should still idle steady and hold RPM without hunting or shaking. That's the difference between a tractor that's ready for work and a tractor that's about to become a project. The Ford 4000 is a true all-around tool. But if the 4000 is the farm's pocket knife, number 5 is where you step up to real pulling power. Still Ford, but the strength is on a different level. Number 5. The Ford 5000. This is the point in the list where you really feel the step up. The Ford 5000 is often chosen when a farm needs more pulling power, but still wants a tractor that's easy to run, easy to service, and easy to trust. The 5000 fits that real farm day workload: medium tillage, pulling bigger implements than the smaller utility tractors can handle comfortably, hauling heavier wagons, and running long hours in the season when you simply can't afford downtime. It's the kind of machine you put on a job and let it stay there because it has the weight and the stability to do it right. And for older farmers, that steady feel matters. You want power, but you also want control. The Ford 5000 gives you both, without feeling oversized or hard to manage around the yard. Now, when you're shopping used, this is where you slow down And check the important systems carefully. When people say they found a good Ford 5000, they usually mean one thing. It doesn't feel worn out. Fewer scars. A steady engine sound. Tight steering for its age. No signs it spent years being pushed past its limits. That's the tractor you want. The one that still feels ready, not tired. And now we leave the practical, steady Ford world for something with more attitude. Because when it comes to pulling power and personality, there's an international harvester that can make people turn their heads just from the sound. Number 4 is next. Number 4, the International Harvester 1066. Now we're getting into tractors that aren't just useful, they're icons. The IH-1066 is one of those machines people still talk about, with real respect. The 1066 shines when the jobs get serious. Heavy pulling, real tillage, big wagons, long days in the field, where you want to feel the tractor dig in and do the work. Its biggest strength is simple. Pulling power you can feel, in wide open country, during tight seasons, when weather windows are short, and you need a tractor that can be a true backbone. The 1066 makes sense. It has that steady, confident push forward that older farmers appreciate, because it reminds you of a time when machines were built to take a beating and keep going. But here's the truth about buying one used. A tractor this capable may have been worked hard for decades, so you have to look for signs of overload and long-term strain. Check the driveline and the transmission carefully. Listen for unusual whines, clunks, or grinding, especially anything that changes under load. Pay close attention to the hydraulics. Lift something heavy, cycle it a few times, and watch for weakness, jerky movement, slow response, or a system that feels tired. And there's also the nostalgia factor, and it matters. Many people say the 1066 isn't just a tractor. It represents an era of American farming. The sound, the stance, the presence. It takes you back. And if you find a good one, it's the kind of machine you don't forget. But next, we step into John Deere territory, where the goal isn't just power. Number 3 will show you what perfect balance feels like. Real strength, and a smoothness that's hard to beat. Number 3, the John Deere 3020. This is where the list starts to feel like the best of the best. The John Deere 3020 is loved for one simple reason. It's just right. Not too big, not too small. Enough power to matter, enough hydraulics to be useful, and enough agility to work in places where bigger tractors become a hassle. The 3020 truly earns the phrase, any job. It can pull, it can lift, it can run PTO equipment, it can handle chores around the barn, then head out to a medium-sized field and keep working without feeling out of place. For many farms, this is the tractor that bridges everything. Daily utility work and serious seasonal work without needing a second machine. One of the biggest reasons older operators still appreciate the 3020 is the way it feels in the seat. It has a confident, steady driving feel. The controls make sense. The tractor responds the way you expect it to respond. When you're working long hours, that matters. Now, buying a used 3020 means checking the areas that reveal how hard it was used. A good 3020 should move through its gears without drama. Grinding, slipping, or a rough feel in the shift can be a warning sign. And don't skip the maintenance history. These tractors often worked hard because they were so dependable. A well-kept 3020 is a joy. A neglected one can turn into a money pit. The 3020 is a classic for a reason. But if you want a Deere that's newer, built for longer days, and still so popular that people will name a price fast. Number 2 is the Deere that makes buyers speak up immediately. Number 2, the John Deere 4440. When people talk about John Deere's golden years, the 4440 sits right in the center of that conversation. It's modern enough to work long days with confidence, but still mechanical enough that a good shop and a good mechanic can understand it without needing a laptop. That balance is a big reason the 4440 remains one of the most respected used tractors in America. This tractor is built for steady, serious work, medium to heavy pulling, long seasonal runs, and big field days, where you need a machine that holds its pace hour after hour. The 4440 has that dependable workhorse feel, the kind you can trust when the season gets tight. For farmers who want to use tractor that isn't too old-fashioned, the 4440 is a sweet spot. It's comfortable and practical for everyday use, but it still has the strength to step into bigger work when the season demands it. Now, because the 4440 is so capable, many of them have been worked hard. So when you're shopping, inspect it like a farmer, not like a collector. Look for leaks, especially around the places that show long-term wear. And listen to the engine. A healthy engine should sound steady and clean once it's warmed up. Not tired, not rattly, and not uneven. Here's another reason people love the 4440. If it's clean and cared for, it's usually easy to sell later. It holds value because demand stays strong. To many owners, a good 4440 isn't just a tool. It's a working asset. And yet, there's still one name left. When people say, the best used tractor to buy, they mention it like a standard. Number one isn't just a tractor. It's a phenomenon. Number 1. The John Deere 4020. There are good used tractors, and then there is the John Deere 4020. In the United States, this model is almost the measuring stick for the entire used tractor market. It's easy to run, easy to repair. It holds its value, and when it's time to sell, buyers show up. That's why it earns the top spot. Not because it's perfect, but because it's the safest bet for the most people. What makes a 4020 so special is how many jobs it can cover without feeling out of place. It can pull tillage tools. It can lift and handle heavy implements. It can run PTO equipment for hay feed and farm chores. It can work the field, then come back to the yard, and keep going. A good 4020 can carry a big part of the season's workload, all by itself. That any job reputation is real, and it's been proven over decades. And the strength isn't just horsepower, it's trust. The 4020 has a track record that farmers respect. Parts are widely available. The owner community is huge, and most experienced mechanics know these tractors, like they know their own hands. That matters when you're depending on a machine, not admiring it. When something needs attention, you're not starting from scratch. You're working with a platform the farm world understands. But buying a 4020 used still requires a careful eye. Whenever possible, choose a tractor with a clear maintenance history, because the best 4020 is the one that was cared for like a working partner, not pushed until it was tired. If you want to use tractor without feeling like you're gambling, the 4020 is often the lowest risk choice. You may pay a little more upfront, but you usually get more peace of mind in return. And now I want to ask you something simple. If you could keep only one tractor from this entire list, which one would you choose? So that's our full countdown of 10 used tractors that still give real value for almost any farm job. From overlooked workers like the Allis-Chalmers D17 to strong value holders like the John Deere 4440. And finally, the 4020. A legend many folks still treat as the gold standard of the used market. But here's the question that matters most when you buy used. What job do you need most? Heavy pulling, mixed field work, or daily chores around the place? Drop a comment and tell me what tractor you run today and which one from this list you'd buy next. And if this video helped you think clearer about what to look for in a used tractor, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next list. See you in the next video.